Oh, that's where that glass tumbler went. A case report published in the journal Urology Case Reports described how doctors found a glass tumbler that a 45-year-old woman had misplaced about 4 years earlier. And you're in for a surprise as to where they found this glass tumbler. Here's a hint. It wasn't in the woman's cupboard. When you need a doctor to find something that you've lost, chances are something's gone quite wrong. After all, you don't tend to call your doctor every time that you can't find your Spiderman underwear. In this case, the woman had been suffering urgenturia for about a year before eventually going to the emergency room. Now, urgenturia may sound like a cafeteria when you want food very quickly. But instead it is a feeling of urinary urgency, a continuing sensation of needing to empty your bladder. It's called urgency because the words "I really have to pee" aren't usually followed by "let's take a leisurely stroll in the park" or "can you tell me that really long story about your thumbtack collection again?" Urinary urgency is a common symptom of a urinary tract infection, UTI, because when The case report, authored by a team from the Academic Hospital Habib Bourguiba in Sfax, Tunisia, Ahmed Chaabouni, Ahmed Samet, Mohamed Fourati, Houcem Harbi, Mohamed Amine Mseddi, and Mourad Hadjslimene, indicated that the woman had received treatment for bladder infections several times previously. However, each time no one had taken a closer look at her bladder. While the woman was in the emergency room, a urinalysis on a sample of her urine found both red blood cells and lots of white blood cells. This might have been expected for a typical UTI. However, an X-ray of her pelvic area revealed something even more unusual, an object that appeared shaped like a glass. And nothing in your pelvis should be shaped like a glass, regardless of what you may nickname your genitals. The woman then underwent surgery to remove this object from her bladder. And the surgery revealed a glass more than half full situation. It was a glass tumbler that had apparently been sitting in her bladder for a while because it was encased in calcified material. The picture in the following tweet shows what doctors had extracted from her bladder. All told, this combination glass tumbler and bladder stone measured 8 cm by 7 cm by 8 cm. That's a fairly large stone, as 8 cm is about 1/20th the height of Napoleon. With this glass tumbler successfully removed from her bladder, the woman was able to leave the hospital after 2 days and apparently had no problems afterwards. Whenever you find a glass tumbler in someone's bladder, you typically should have follow-up questions. After all, bar or kitchen items shouldn't just randomly appear in one's bladder.